Time for more AAC action at the Dome Gymnasium in Bluefield, Virginia. The Bluefield College women's basketball team returns to their home court to take on Brenau University. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel here. We're glad to have you with us as the Rams try to snap out of this skid that has plagued them since, well, before Christmas, all the way back on 12-16. That was one of their last wins. They did pick up a win in February on February 1st against Tennessee Wesleyan. Since then, though, they have lost 4 games. Rams have only won 1 game in the calendar year of 2020. Notable injuries for the Rams, obviously, without Emily Hart for most of this season, closing out in her senior career. But Sierra Cook, she will be the real big X factor for Bluefield College in this game. Can she turn it on in the first quarter? And the Rams need to set the tone like they did against Tennessee Wesleyan. This is their second game against Brenau this season. They lost by 7 back on January 25th when they took on Brenau back in Georgia. Corey Mullins just flat out said this team needs to make short layups. The offense has been able to open up down low and find the early and open shots for Bluefield College, but they have simply missed them. They are also without a true big this season as the Rams try to rebuild into next year. But so far this year, they create those offensive opportunities. They just need to learn how to execute on them as the Rams are 7-20, 6-15 in the AAC. Brenau 9-14, 6-13 in the conference, headed by Chris Stewart. He's in his 9th season as the head coach of Brenau, and the Rams, of course, with the head man Corey Mullins in his 6th season. Tatiana McClendon in the middle for Brenau in the black and the gold. Rams in the white going right to left with Haley Turman in the middle. They're ready for basketball at Bluefield, and they swat it to the back, taken by Carmen Garcia, Petrarch Lopez. Celine Vega hands it off for Tiara Ellis. Lob inside, goes too far, and the Rams have it back. That took 13 seconds, and we are ready for Bluefield College's first possession. Sierra Cook, Kendall Cloninger, Haley Turman, Anna Crockett, and Morgan Wiley all on the floor for the Rams. Wiley, the freshman, swings into the junior. Sierra Cook kicks out. 10 on the shot clock. Crockett gets fouled. She'll go to the line. So it goes on Catherine Fury, the freshman from Lawrenceville, Georgia. So now we'll see Crockett's first trip to the line. Into the knees, and the Whitville native hits the first free throw. Give the Rams a lead. Trying to find revenge on a Brenau team that beat them just a few weeks ago. Misses the second, and the score stays 1-0. Here with a rebound after committing the foul, and Vega takes the ball up. Drive to the left of the hoop. Good feed, no finish. Turman passes on the near side, Sierra Cook. On to the right for Cook, drills the long jumper. Had her foot on the line, it's a long 2, 3-0 Rams lead. Lean Vega, Hannah Grogan on the floor with a step back triple. Good, ties the game up. Whistle blows, officials trying to clarify what just happened. We'll never know. 8.5 minutes left to go, first half. And I believe that we're getting a score change here. So Sierra Cook's bucket was actually a 3, so the Rams have the lead. As Haley Turman plunks one off the side of the backboard. Good cut. Lopez misses the layup. Turman throws the ball into the backcourt. Miscommunication there. And Brenau has the ball back. So Sierra Cook's three actually gives Bluefield a 4-3 lead, not like we previously thought was just a long two. Got the extra point as well. 7:45 remains in the first quarter. Vega bounces to Lopez, and Brenau answers with a turnover of their own. Cloninger, a pump fake. Crockett's wide open. This is the three ball and rebounded by Vega. Inside, wide open. Layup goes for McClendon. So now Brenau has taken a 5-4 lead after Bluefield opened up on the first 4 points. Seeing 3 minutes and 10 seconds elapse with now 6:48 on the clock. Good stagger for Crockett, and one. Count the basket. All about making the layups. Rams get the lead back with a chance to make it a 2-point lead. Tamia Francis checks in for the Tigers. Misses off the back iron, and a foul. Actually, a lane violation. Looked at first like Haley Turman had maybe done an over the back call. So Shayla Spell checks in, the Idaho native. Speaking of Idaho, Naquan Cousins currently at the moment losing to a dunker in the Dark Horse Dunkers contest on darkhorsedunker.com to a young man from the College of Idaho as Crockett misses the second, gets the rebound off the swat from Shayla Spell. So go over to darkhorsedunkers.com and vote for Naquan Cousins in this great contest we have a Bluefield College athlete in. And a walk. Actually, offensive foul on Kendall Cloninger. Lopez veers to the left. Reluctant drive inside, off the glass, rebound Spell. Shot couldn't fall for Grogan. 6 minutes remain in the first. A little pump fakes for Cook. Wiley lets it fly off the mark. Well, the Rams have to get this done on defense, and Corey Mullins noted that that was a real problem for this Bluefield College team because when they're not getting it done on offense, somehow that translates to them not getting it done on defense. And in the past, it's been the opposite for Bluefield. There's a walk, though, forcing a turnover. Yana Campbell checks in. Oh, Chris Stewart. Very loudly arguing about a step back. 5.5 minutes left to go before the first is over. Crockett, been the main target of all of these offensive possessions. Campbell with a cut. 6 on the shot clock. Crockett missed everything. Up ahead to Vega. Francis down the baseline. Steps through the defense and takes the lead back for the Tigers. Near side for Spell. Cook feeds Crockett. Cloninger's wide open. Bank wasn't open there. Rebound for Brenau. Rogan. What a drive inside McClendon. Four minutes left in the first. Rams down by 3. Make it 1 point as Sierra Cook gets the floater to fall. 1 point game. Good move inside. Square works for the basket. Anna Grogan gets the lead back to 3. 3:35 in the first quarter. Bluefield has tried on a couple of drives inside. We'll see if Spell can bully her way in. Hits the front of the rim. Francis tries her luck inside and just gets a piece of the rim. Sierra Cook jogs inside the perimeter. Bounces out to Campbell. Cook thought about it. Decided on the 3 and ties the game. .245 to go. Cook has hit 2 threes. No good. Cook coast to coast. Misses the layup but draws the foul. So she'll go to the line for 2, the Chesapeake native. First of 2 for Cook, right through the net. Here's the Rams a lead back. Cook has 7. Actually, come to think of it, I believe that Sierra Cook has all 12 of Bluefield College's points. No good. Campbell inside for a long 2, and it's an air ball. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. Rams holding on to a 2-point lead in the first quarter. .16-footer. Clear rebound for Curtis. Anae Simmons steps into a triple. Way too hard. Good rebound by Curtis, and now they reset. Minute 40 left to go, first quarter. Curtis cuts to the right, bullies it off of the glass for 2. Run continues for Bluefield College. And the layup falls on the other end for Tylea Williams. Curtis, baseline, reverse layup goes. Great play for Bluefield College. Curtis with a steal. Race to the basket. Pulls up and misses. Trying to get back on defense. Stolen again. Campbell. Lost the ball. And it stays with Bluefield with 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Brown comes into the game. Daisha Brown, that is, the senior from Marietta, Georgia for Brenau. So Shania Gauss also enters. Only 45 seconds left. Shot clock is at 21. Haley Turman off the inbound. Sierra Cook draws the and one. Continuing a great first quarter. So Daisha Brown gets booked for the third foul, make it the fourth foul for Brenau. And Cook, 20 points for Bluefield College in the first quarter. Sierra Cook leading the way. Almost a walk call. Top of the key for Francis. Splits the defense again. Ending the run for the Rams. It's a 5-point game. Shot clock is off, and A. Simmons kicks out Curtis. 14 seconds. Cook waits. Down to 10 seconds. Pulls up. Yes, ma'am. 23-15. 8-point lead at the buzzer. Off the mark, and Sierra Cook absolutely on fire, keeping Bluefield in the lead, 23-15. We're on to the second quarter at the Dome. Rams are all fired up, holding on to an 8-point lead. Sierra Cook with a great first quarter to lead the Rams up 23-15. Campbell lost the ball, got it back, bounces out to Crockett. Trying to recalibrate the offense here as Turman swings inside Cloninger. Three from Wiley, no good. Cloninger with a putback, and it went to the right. Sierra Cook is 5 of 5 from the field as Francis hits a basket very quickly. 16 points for Sierra Cook. 3 for Crockett and 4 for Niala Curtis. So 16 of the 23, all from one player for Bluefield. She is not on the floor at the moment. 5 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Also 3 of 3 from the line. 9:12 to go, first half. Bounce out to Turman. This is almost everything there, a bit too hard. Another front court for Williams, back up top for Francis. Dribbles, blocked by Crockett, loose ball corralled by Cloninger. Morgan Wiley spins it over to Crockett. Wants to go one-on-one in the lane. Spins, jacks up a layup and it falls. Deanna Crockett puts the Rams back up by 8. Big dribbles and now booked on Bluefield. It's on Haley Turman, her first. And Lopez into the ball game. Long lob up, Campbell telegraphed it. Rams 2-on-2. Layup is there, 10-point lead. Excellent first half for Bluefield, continuing at the moment. Lopez finds Zafaratos. Pump fake in the lane. 3 falls from the corner. It's Gauss. Seven and a half minutes left to go. We're still in the first half. Second quarter. Wiley dribbles. Not a great pass. Crockett recovers. That was tipped out of bounds by Brenau. Chris Stewart and the Tigers bench not exactly pleased with that. Seems to be the right call, though. 7:14 left in the first half. 8 seconds shot clock. Morgan Wiley steps out. Now at 5. Cloninger's wide open. Misses. Did not get a piece of the rim. It would have been a shot clock violation. Brenau loses the ball in the backcourt. Crockett with Lopez. No foul. Crockett got it hit in the lane and now it's up very quickly. Might have gotten a piece of the eyes of Crockett. Well, the officials deemed that she went straight up. Campbell backs up. 6:50 left in the second. Hands it off for Campbell. Out of triple team. Someone has to be open with 5 in the shot clock. Turman sinks the bucket with a shot clock running down. Out of the front court. Missed layup. Turman got bumped and stepped out of bounds. Rams wanted a foul there. Anna Grogan wants to swing the ball in, and Kiana Campbell has absolutely telegraphed the inbound plays. Trying to bounce it out. It's kicked. Sarah Cook recovers. Campbell to the rack. Largest lead of the ball game for Bluefield at 11, 31-20. One to the end, one couldn't get the basket. So now we'll see a couple of free throws from Tylea Williams. Williams can't get the first one to fall, so the clock stops at 5:55. Gets the second one to fall, puts it back at a 10-point game. Donna Crockett into the game. Wiley steps into a three. Wait, the threes have just not been there for Bluefield tonight, the exception of Sierra Cook. They're starting to fall for Brenau. Back within 7. Williams hits it from the corner. 5:25, second quarter. Cloninger dialed it up and sank it home. Loose ball. Sierra Cook underhands up to Crockett. Haley Turman spins up top to Cloninger. 4:40 left in the first half. Holding on to a 10-point lead. Turman with a pump fake. Steps inside. Too hard on a long two. Offensive rebound. Can't corral it. Help with a backboard. Bank is open for Diasha Brown. Four minutes remain before halftime. Brenau has trailed the entire time. Bluefield's done a good job of answering to their own shots, but they have hung around for a long time. Morgan Wiley hits another three to get the lead back up to double digits. Threes falling for Bluefield. Moments after I said they weren't. Second foul on Haley Turman. First one falls. Diasha Brown. Back down to a 9-point game. Good again. .338 on the clock. Campbell. Defensive foul. Booked on Hannah Grogan, her first personal. Team's first foul. Only 20 seconds on the shot clock. Get it done quickly. Shayla Spell looks for cutters inside. Curtis, air ball. Had the open look, wanted to try it. Three minutes remain before the halftime begins. Now's already fought it down to single digits. Foul called on Curtis for reaching in. Fourth foul on Bluefield. Rolls the clock down to 2:48. Stagger step. Wide open lane, missed the layup. Good for Bluefield. Taylor Dunford into the game, pulls down her first rebound. 2.5 minutes left before halftime. Down to 2:20. Step for Campbell. 5 of the shot clock. Sierra Cook continues a stellar first half, 39-29. Had her foot on the line, apparently it was a 2. Lost the ball, Grogan wants the call for Brenau. The officials, they do give it to Brenau. So Bluefield got a piece of it. Minute 57 before half. Once again, an open lane. She can't finish the layup. And it's Bluefield ball. Tatiana McClendon has done a good job of finding space down low. It's just these layups have been off target. Sierra Cook, can she do it again? Yes! Over 20 in the first half for Sierra Cook. Off the deck and another miss, swatted straight to Campbell. Crockett backs up. Sierra Cook, the hottest player on the floor. Crockett for 3. It's too short. Has to get back on defense. Francis, one-on-one, pulls up. That almost went over the backboard. Brianna Poole in for Bluefield College. Shayla Spell goes to the bench. Stolen right out of her hands. 45 seconds left. Swings it in there. Still an 11-point lead for Bluefield. Shot clock still on, 33 seconds in the first half. Campbell. Boy, Bluefield has been ultra aggressive. One of their best scoring halves so far in this season. Too short on the 3. Picked up by Grogan. Sank the mid-range. Inside of 10 seconds left to go. Now down to 5. Campbell down the floor at 3. Trying to pull up at the buzzer. No good. 44-33 Rams lead by 11 going into the break. We'll take a break ourselves and be back on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Ready to begin the third quarter here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Can Sierra Cook keep up a 21-point performance as she had in the first half as the Rams trying to look for a revenge win against Brenau, up by 11 as the third quarter begins. Drive down, bounce out McClendon. Rams got a piece of it, and it stays with Brenau with a 16-second shot clock. So Bluefield College opens up the second half of the exact same starting lineup they had. Sierra Cook, Crockett, Wiley, Cloninger, and Turman. Fury. Lane opened up and kissed it off the glass for two. .9:28 third quarter. Rams with a 9-point lead now. Cook. Rather, that's Crockett, too short. Followed her shot, tried again, missed. Now the rebound again, missed again. Might want to kick it back out if that happens once more. Off the rim. Rebounded by Bluefield. Haley Turman. Entry lob goes a bit too far. So Celine Vega passes the ball in for Hannah Grogan. And a walk on the stutter step for Lopez. Crockett passes back out. Cook with a long one. Got it back off the swat from Cloninger. Lost the ball. McClendon. Fury feeds Vega. Swirls out. Lopez hit the floor. Haley Turman finds Cloninger. Rolls in. Lead is 11 for Bluefield. Fury steps into a three. Bluefield with the ball back, 7:38 to go, third quarter. Turman got away with a walk. Returns to Turman. 7:15 on the clock. Fury drives baseline. Lopez rattles it home. Down to a 9-point game. Good for Crockett. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Wants to re-gauge the offense here. 6:43 to go, third quarter. Back at the Dome, 48-37. Bluefield College leads over Brenau, a team they lost to by 7 back on January 25th in Georgia. called on Cloninger. Kind of a weak foul. Taylor Sutherland in the game for Bluefield. First one falls for Grogan. Nine-point game again. Grogan gets both of them to fall. Crockett. Swatted out by Lopez. Rams get bailed out. Still leading by 9, 11-second shot clock for Bluefield with 6:13 to remain in the third quarter. Down to 5 for Cook from 16. Turman with the stick back. Up by 11 again after the offensive rebound. And the stick back fell for Haley Turman. Nine of the shot clock. Lopez, swish. Crockett from the right block. Cook down the baseline. Turman too short. Outlet to Francis. Floats, misses. Trying to go inside, swing it out. Brenau has had those passes telegraphed in the second half. And Campbell into the game. Nyala Curtis replacing Kendall Cloninger. Sarah Cook goes to the bench as well. Halts the clock at 4:51. We're still in the third. Campbell. Lost her dribble. Brenau ball. Francis now to the line. 4:31 before the third is over. A 9-point lead still for Bluefield. Rams have only scored 6 in this quarter. So far, 8 for the Tigers. Make it, yeah, just 8. So both of them miss. Here comes Campbell. Be sure to head on over to darkhorsedunker.com, by the way, and vote for Naquan Cousins in the 2020 State Farm Dark Horse Dunker Contest. Still a 9-point lead as Fury backs up, launches. Sutherland with a hand in her face. Down to 9 seconds. Campbell backs up, penetrates back in, and as she fell to the floor, gets the layup to go. Hook shot goes for McClendon, though. 3:12 remains in the third. Bit of a slow third quarter for Bluefield College after very productive first and second quarters. Curtis fouled, and she'll take a trip to the line, the transfer from Central Connecticut State. Nothing but net for Curtis. Gives Bluefield a 10-point lead again. Both of the free throws go for the Waldorf, Maryland native. Cloninger re-enters for Bluefield. Curtis to the bench. 3 minutes remain before the third is over. What a feed inside, and the layup rolls home for Carmen Lopez. And the shot clock is not correct, and it did not start until Campbell got across midcourt. Right now, the game clock is at 2:39. Want to get the shot clock down to 23, and we do. Sierra Cook, long range, no good. Francis bullets inside. Lopez with the layup. Sierra Cook. Campbell returns Cook. Baseline drive, draws a foul. Second foul on Brenau, it'll stay on the floor. 1 minute, 54 seconds left before the third quarter is over. Crockett and A. Simmons back into the game. Looks like Corey Mullins is going a bit deeper into his bench than what we saw at the beginning of the season. Ten seconds left to go. Simmons missed the layup. Francis wide open. And now it's a 5-point game. Brenau has surged back. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to go. There's an A. Simmons in the right wing. Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Crockett steps with the shot clock running down. An important basket for Bluefield. And the Whitfield native and Crockett 56-49. Oh, a step back. Instead, passed over to Lopez. Draws a foul on Turman. That's got to be her third. 46.5 seconds left before the third quarter is over. 6-point game. Lopez trying to make it 5. Yes. Brenau has crept back in this game, down by 11 at halftime. 18-point third quarter. As opposed to just 12 for the Rams. Crockett, swing out Simmons. Good pump fake. Blocked as she went to the hoop. So it appears now we have a timeout. Should be a blood timeout. Someone has bled on the floor. Taking a break. Slap of the ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock, 26.4 on the game clock of the third quarter, and a foul booked on Brenau. Tylea Williams, the pass interference there on the fade route. 25.3 on the third quarter clock. That was just the third foul on Brenau, so the Rams get 20 seconds on the shot clock so they can hold this down to 5.3 in the third quarter. Anae Simmons, too hard on a 3. Shot clock off. Now down to 7 seconds. Williams, Lopez with 2, step back, shoots, bricks it, but we have ourselves a ball game. 10 more minutes on to the fourth quarter. Bluefield hanging on to a 5-point lead. Final quarter of play to begin. Sierra Cook, who did not score in the third quarter after scoring 21 in the first half, grounds the ball for Bluefield. Her team up by 5. Led by 11 at halftime. Curtis bullies it off of the glass, no good. Penetrates, Williams spins, foul. Stops the clock at 9:40 left to go in the game. Once again, folks, this is not a doubleheader situation. Brenau, a women's university. So the men will not be back here until February 22nd against Columbia International. Down to a 4-point game. It's off the mark, tipped out. Curtis got the rebound for Bluefield. Sierra Cook up the floor. And Simmons lost the ball. Spell forces a jump ball. Possession arrow points Tigers. Timeout by the Tigers with 9:28 left to go. Bluefield College chanting defense, trying to get something done defensively. Brenau calling a timeout, down by 4. They have trailed the entire game. Lopez, one of the and one. She'll go to the line to try to make this a 2-point game. Should correct myself. They have not led since this game was in single digits. Wide to the left for Lopez. 9:13 left in the game. What's at stake here? Rams are eyeing their 7th win of the year in the AAC. Brenau doing the same. Bluefield looking for revenge after a loss to the Tigers on January 25th. Get a bit of help there after Lopez misses both free throws. Shayla Spell. Spell one-on-one with Lopez. Hook shot and one. Rams could not buy a bucket the first minute of the 4th quarter. Now we see for Bluefield and get the old-fashioned 3-point play. Morgan Wiley, Campbell, and Cloninger all on. Curtis, Crockett, and Simmons go to the bench with 8:49 to go. Yes. (59-52). Here comes Brown on a step back. Yes, such a big bucket. Erases the 7-point deficit, now back at 4. Campbell down the lane, under the hoop. What a step in. This layup goes. 2-point game. So Daisha Brown going coast to coast. Almost stolen by Lopez. Rams recover. Shot clock down to the buzzer. No good. High dribbles now for Brenau. Can they tie or take the lead? Brown misses the game-tying layup. Haley Turman is wide open. Those are the type of plays Corey Mullins wants to make sure that Bluefield can execute on. Haley Turman wide open, better pass there. There's an easy 2 points. So now it stays a 2-point game instead of a 4-point game. Grogan, Francis in the corner, drives. Comes McClendon, pickpocket in the lane. Sierra Cook veers off near the student section. Sierra Cook pulls the trigger. Nothing but net, 24 points for her. Important basket in a 5-point game. Rims its way in. Down to 9 seconds. Shot clock at 5. Campbell has to make a move. Cloninger at the buzzer. Hits the rim. Williams gets the rebound. 3-point game. Grogan in the lane. 1-point deficit. Rogan makes it a 1-point game with 5:20 left to go in this ball game. From the free throw line, important bucket for Campbell. Back and forth we go. Offensive foul. It's on Tylea Williams. Rams with the ball back. Crockett Curtis back on for Bluefield. Wiley and Cloninger go to the bench with 4:58 to go. 3-point ball game. Sierra Cook with 10 on the shot clock. Clines Crockett. Into Haley Turman off the deck. Good. (66-61). Foul on Cook. Blocking foul booked on Cook. So now with a 5-point game, 4:15 to go. Left-handed layup bounces off of the iron. In and out, she missed both. A gift to Bluefield with 4:10 to play. This is where the Rams can maybe keep it close or start to pull away here. 4 minutes to go. Loose ball at the logo. Crockett draws a foul. Third foul on Brenau. It's on McClendon. Campbell with a hard bounce. Turman, double dribble. Well, Turman gets pulled for a double dribble, and some of the Rams fans are a bit confused with that call. 3:45 to go. Bounce in, Vega. Once again, it's a one-possession ball game. 3.5 minutes to go. Rams need some crucial buckets down the stretch. Spins it out to Curtis. 3 on the way. Count them all for Curtis. 6-point game. Rogan and Brenau and the Tigers fight back. Cook got a piece of it. Baseline drive. McClendon missed everything. Curtis with a rebound and threw the ball out of bounds. There was a bit of bumping there. There was no possession for Bluefield College as it is deemed by the officials, so there's only 5 in the shot clock as opposed to 30. Timeout called by Chris Stewart. Brenau trying to draw something up. 69-63, 5 in the shot clock, 2:49 game clock. Bluefield looking for a revenge against the Tigers. Welcome back, everyone. 5 in the shot clock. Pass up top for Williams. Returns to Grogan. Has to get a shot off of the buzzer. Shot clock violation. Big defensive stance for Bluefield in a crucial moment with 2:43 left to go. Roll the clock down to 2:39. 6-point lead for the Rams. Can they pull away? Campbell finds Curtis. Trying to turn it on at the right time. Missed from 15. 2:15 to play. Francis to Williams. Wow, a one-possession game. Brenau swings back. Cook on a drive, gets blocked. Francis down the floor, outnumbered, realizes that. Inside of 2 minutes to go, McClendon's wide open, missed from 3 feet away. Oh, Bluefield lucky that didn't fall in, so now it's still a 3-point game. Rams with a chance to run down the clock a little bit more. Crockett picks up. And a foul called on Lopez. So it's the 4th foul. Bluefield does get a fresh 20 on the shot clock with 1:17 to go. the clock down. Now to 10 seconds. 1:05 left to go. Pass is stolen. Cook has to get it back in the front court. Now with 4. Cook at the buzzer. Yes, ma'am. Huge bucket for Bluefield, 71-66. 1 minute remaining, trickles down to 55.8 seconds. That might be the biggest basket of the game if Bluefield holds on to win this. Williams drives in, lowers the shoulder, and draws a foul. Haley Turman, her 4th. Team 4th. Free throw is good for Williams. To make it a 1-possession game, rolls out. Rebound McClendon. Down to 45 seconds. 40 seconds. Williams draws another foul. With 38.1, that sends her to the line for 2. Bluefield in the bonus. (71-67) turns to 71-68. Williams, both free throws go. All of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. Tigers call a timeout with 38.1 to go. It's a 2-point game. Rams called a timeout to advance the ball to the front court. They do have 3 timeouts left. Brenau with 2. Campbell. Brenau not fouling. All they need is a stop. Bluefield needs a basket here to go up by 2 possessions. Down to 28 seconds. Campbell. High dribbles, lost the ball, but fouled. And now she'll step to the line. 5th foul on Brenau. 22.1 to go. Swirls out. 22.1 to go. Rams don't have a rebounder. Campbell to make it a three-point game. Yes, she can. 72-69. Shot clock off. 20 seconds to go. Brenau down by 3. Williams inside. Wants a two-pointer, and it goes with 11.4. Timeout called by Brenau. So it's a one-point game. Williams sends Brenau into a full timeout with 11.4 to go. So Corey Mullins calls a 30-second timeout to bookend the Brenau's full timeout with 11.4 to go. So they wanted to call that so they could advance the ball up the floor with 11.4 to go. Very important here. I have to believe that Brenau is going to want to foul immediately. Down by 1. They're only up by, well, for Bluefield, who to give the ball to here? Campbell just missed 2. Sierra Cook has been pretty strong at the line so far in this game. Rams advance the ball up. Brenau trying to sweep Bluefield if they find a way to get the ball back here. Crockett throws it in. Campbell. They have not fouled yet. Campbell finally gets fouled and ran off 4 seconds. Williams did not immediately foul. So Campbell to the line for 2. Really needs to hit both of these here for Bluefield. 7.7 left. Campbell to try to ice the game. Shoots and swirls it home. 73-71 to make it a 3-point game. Second is good as well. And Brenau, they will likely want to call a timeout to advance it. And Brenau calls a timeout to advance the ball up. 7.7 left to go. That's something that is unique to the women's game where you can advance it with a timeout. So Bluefield College will have to get back on defense. And Brenau, with that advancement, I mean, that helps a lot because you don't have to waste a couple of seconds and then chuck up a bad 3. They're going to need a 3 here. Down by 3. $7.7 to go. Rams have won 1 game so far in the calendar year. They have lost 4 in a row. Trying to get their first win since February 1st against Tennessee Wesleyan. Their last home game against Bryan got kind of away from them very quickly in the 4th quarter. So now for Bluefield, they need a defensive stance. I also have to wonder, will Bluefield foul here and give Brenau take away a chance at shooting a 3 on the floor, make them go to the line. They are in the bonus. 7.7 to go. Pass to Lopez. Now down to 6. Brogan backs up for the tie. She got it! 74-74. Corey Mullins calls it timeout with 2.4 to go. Rams want to advance the ball up so they can get off a buzzer beater. We'll take a quick break. 74-74 the score. .4 seconds to go, tied up 74-74. Rams need a bucket to end this one in regulation. Crockett inbound, Campbell. Her pass is stolen, and we are going to overtime. Now we head to overtime, and they have called a foul in the far end. So the officials speaking right now, Brenau wants a foul, and a foul called on Cloninger. So Brenau, with one free throw, can win the game in a walk-off. Oh, this is hugely questionable here. When did they call the foul? Was it after the game was officially over? Brenau right now is lining up Tamia Francis to shoot a free throw to try to win the game. Officials talking with Chris Stewart. Rams obviously won overtime. Brenau with a chance here for a free throw. And the Rams will not get the foul call that they wanted. The Rams will head this one into overtime. Brenau is ready and lined up to go to OT. Oh, Chris Stewart getting a real piece of the officials right here. Honestly, I don't really blame him, because it doesn't seem that they have a real clear grasp of when this call is supposed to be made. So it's 74-74. Foul called on Kendall Cloninger. Was it after the buzzer had sounded? Bluefield has already sat down. Chris Stewart still talking with the officials, and now Brenau's going to the line. So Brenau is lining up to shoot a free throw. And it appeared that the officials had already called that the game in regulation was over and the Rams had celebrated. So now it looks like they want to add a couple of seconds to the clock. Whatever happens here, a free throw goes. Brenau has almost sealed the victory. 1 second onto the clock. They have added 1 full second onto the clock. Oh, look at this absolute cluster. Tamia Francis with a free throw could win the game. And they have Taking a very long time to decide what is happening here. I think both parties have every right to be annoyed. 74-74, Francis at the line. Brenau has not led since the first quarter. They now make it 1.3 seconds on the clock. And they also deemed the foul to be after the steal, so when Brenau had stolen the pass. So now a chance for the Tigers here. Francis, we are still in the fourth quarter. Francis with one free throw make can win the game. Missed the first one. Now last chance. 1.3 seconds to go. Free throw to win it. Missed again. Campbell with a rebound. Calls the timeout and the Rams advance it. With 0.4 to go. So after all of that, Francis Smith both free throws. Wow. So now we are still in regulation about 7 minutes after we thought regulation was already over. A lot has happened since then. Game tying three from Hannah Grogan sent this to 74-74. Rams advance the ball after the rebound. Now they want another buzzer beater. And I believe that Corey Mullins wants more time on the clock. There's only 0.4. .4 on the clock. You have less than half a second. You're going to need a quick pop. Have to see what the Rams can do to keep this one in regulation. 74-74. So now Bluefield have to pop a shot here with 0.4. Crockett to Campbell, shoots at the buzzer, goes behind the backboard. So now I'm about 95% sure that regulation is over. And now I'm 100% sure. We head to overtime, 74-74. Now we're in overtime, 74-74. Brenau has rallied all the way back, and right when we thought we were going to start overtime, now the officials are talking about something else. Let's see if we're all ready. Let's ask the crowd as well. Into the air, Brenau has it back. They have not led since the first quarter, and now they have it, 76-74. Rams led by 11 at halftime. 4:45 to go. Cook loops it out to Crockett. Campbell to tie it. Back iron miss. Bluefield was up by 5 with less than a minute to go. This has just got to be gut-wrenching. Corey Mullins especially. Lopez. Underhands. Rogan misses. Campbell up the floor. Dribble the ball off of someone else. Stolen by McClendon. Backs up, finds help. Four-point lead after the bucket from Francis. 3.5 minutes to play in the overtime. Cook lays it up, misses. Turman, stick back miss. Bounces out Cook. Cloninger for 3. Bang! Cloninger with a big 3 there. 78-77, Bluefield down by 1. Make it 3, Francis. Telling the student section to quiet down with a shush there. Campbell. Cloninger at the top of the key. Turman on McClendon. Turnover, yes, no. Cloninger with it back. Bounces to Cook. Misses right at the shot clock buzzer. Campbell fights. Don't call the timeout. Cook with it back. Campbell, too short on a 3. Turman fights the ball in. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left to go. One minute, 40 seconds. 5 of the shot clock. Francis lost the ball. Picked it back up. Missed everything, and a foul called right as the shot clock was set to expire. By the way, that first long shot from Francis, or that last one, was only a 2. And it's a 3-point game. One minute, 35 seconds. Francis missed the 2 crucial free throws to send us to overtime. Takes the first one, 81-77. Five-point game. Rams need buckets now. 1.5 minutes left to go. Crockett from the top misses. .110 on the clock in the OT. Francis camping out at the logo, milking the clock down. Swings it back out, McClendon. From 16 feet away, hits just net and goes out of bounds. So Bluefield Down by 5, not out of chances yet with 51.6 left to go. Crockett fouled. Now Curtis into the game with 37.5 to go. Crockett with a couple of free throws. Make this a 3-point game. Rams are going to need another defensive stop. Rolls away. .37.5 seconds left. Junior steps up to the line. Flicks the wrist, missed both. Curtis swats the ball back up and commits a foul. Went over the back of McClendon with 36.4 to go. So now we'll see a couple of free throws that might, just might, be the daggers. Thurman, Cook, Cloninger all in. Now there's a ceremonial transition of the basketball that the officials needed to take a few extra seconds on. And the free throw is missed. Missed both, good for Bluefield, 35 seconds left to go. Sierra Cook makes it a 2-point game, make it a 3-point game. 82-79 off of the big coast to coast. Rams commit a foul with 25.8 to go. Free throw's good for Grogan. Back up to a 2-possession ball game, 83-79. Swirls out, 25.8 to go. Rams need to score quickly. No timeouts either team. Campbell draws a foul. 19.1 to go. Brenau, why foul? Murray Mullins wants a sub. He gets it, and Curtis. Missed. Such a big miss. Trying to make it a 3-point game here. Second one falls, and now it's a 3-point game. Actually, both teams do have 2 timeouts. So now we go for Brenau's timeout. They advance the ball up. Trying to inbound the ball in, they do to Fury. 17.8 to go. So 2 shots coming up for Catherine Fury. 17.8 to go in the overtime. Brenau down by 5 in regulation. Came back, hit a 3 with just 2 seconds left to go. Fury, good. 84-80. Trying to put this game out of reach. This is the second. 16 seconds to go. Down by just 4. Campbell, layup good with 10 seconds to go. It's a 2-point game. Rams need to foul or get the steal. And a foul called as Carmen Lopez goes to the line with 9.3 remaining. 84-82. Leah Williams back in. The senior from Valencia, Spain, with 9.3 to go. Hits both, this game is on ice. And the first falls with a little help from the front and the back of the rim. Last chance for Bluefield. She missed. And the Rams call a timeout. They advance the ball up the floor. And it's just a 30-second timeout with 9.1 to go. So we'll have to see what the Rams can do here. Can they draw it up to look for that open 3? They have 9.1 to go. Trying to send this to another overtime. And see who they put on the floor. Curtis, Campbell, likely the particular shooters to let it fly. Cloninger maybe. Haley Turman, also another player that's not afraid to let it fly. For Bluefield College, all's on the line right here. 9.1 to go. What a comeback it's been for Brenau after being down 44-33. Pass the ball in for Campbell, 7 seconds, wants somebody to cut in, now at 4, has to try to tie the game. Campbell at the buzzer to Crockett, shoots, and misses front rim. Brenau holds on to win after a big comeback in overtime, 85-82. Such a heartbreaker for Bluefield College as they now fall to 7-21, 6-16 AAC. Brenau 10-14, 7-13 in the AAC. We will see you in basketball back on February 22nd. Until then, take it easy, Rams fans.